back to my channel today. Thank you for revisiting. Thank you for choosing to watch this video. Oh my god, you guys have been wonderful. Thanks for your support on my previous videos. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments. For all those that gave me tips, both publicly and privately, I really do appreciate it. Please guys, keep the suggestions coming. Then if you come in here for the first time, you're highly welcome. Please subscribe. Click on the like button, click on the notification button. That way, whichever day I post a video, you immediately get it. So today, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about resolution of conflicts in marriage. So this is a kind of broad topic. So I don't know how many parts it's going to be, but I'm going to try to split it. I'm going to put in 1 or 2 stories as we go along. So what's conflict? We know that conflict is definitely arguments between 2 people or group of people. So the thing is, as a partner in a relationship, you and your husband, you always have conflict. Once in a while, you have conflict over even the little things that did not matter. And you have conflict over big deals. So it's something that we really need to know how to go about it. So this is one thing though. As a woman, when I have conflict with my husband, most times when I'm just so upset, what I do myself personally, I just try to leave the room where both of us are. I just try to go to a neutral environment. I just need space to myself. You know, that's the way I deal with my own conflict, my own argument. I try to leave the scene to calm down. People have different ways to deal with it. Then some of us at that time we want to call a friend. That's where I want to talk about now. So there was a time now I was upset, you know. I ideally don't call people to tell them what happened, but that day I was in so much anger that I needed to, you know, vent out to someone. And I called a friend. Yeah, I called a friend and she picked the phone and I told her this, oh my god, I'm so upset. My husband upsets me. He did this, he did that. And she immediately started telling me, oh, your husband, how can you take that from him? If it's my husband, I'm never going to take that. My husband cannot even try that. How would you allow him to do that to you? How would you allow him to even disrespect you that much? No, my husband, we do this, we do that. So everything that has to do with the both of us, he respects me a lot. He does this, he does that. Guys, you know, I got to know that immediately I ended the call, I felt worst. So I called someone to vent out because I felt bad, right? But immediately I ended the call, I felt worst. And you know something else that happened? She thought I ended the call before her. So immediately I said, okay, thank you very much for your support. Okay, now maybe I can sleep now. And she thought I dropped the call already. And the next thing I hear is, so I have no idea what that means, if it's in a positive light or a negative light. So people, let me tell you this. When you call people to tell them about your problem, especially we the ladies, even guys too, they are guilty of the same thing. When we call people, most of them, they use the opportunity. That's your hurt that you're feeling is not their business. They use that opportunity to gloat. They use that opportunity to build their own ego. So now a friend is telling you she has this problem with the husband. You immediately jump into telling her how your husband can never do that to you. You're not helping that friend. 1, you're making things worse for her, and 2, you're only brushing your egos. And let me tell you something, 80% of the time, you that is complaining to that lady, your marriage is way more better than her marriage. But she just needs you to see that she's having fun in her marriage and you're not. That is why it's always good when we have problem, when we're so much in that anger, just calm down. Think, what do you want to do? Do you want to talk about it right away? Do you want to leave it to tomorrow? Would you like to do something else? Sometimes if it's too much for me, what I do, I just start playing music and I'm just singing. And if I'm singing, it tends to bring down my mood. But calling people to tell them your problem, some of them are really good friends. So when you call someone, think of what their response is. If there's this friend that each time you call her to tell her, this is a problem I'm having with my marriage or with my husband, and the thing she tells you is that, why are you taking it from him? You don't need to take that shit from him. My dear, that kind of person, you don't need to call anymore. If you have a friend that each time you call that person and you tell him, this is what my husband did to me, and the first thing she asks you, what kind of situation led to that? You might have annoyed him, or he might have done something that made you so angry to do that. My dear, calm down. It happens in every home. See, let me tell you, when you tell this lady that, when I say this, I am not including when you're physically abused, when someone hits you, or when someone abuses you. I'm not including that. I'm just talking about the normal arguments that couples have. Let people know that this thing that is happening in your home, it happens in my home. A friend told me, my husband, why is it that each time we finish discussing, he goes out and does something different? He's so disrespectful. My dear, that is not it. It happens to most people because husbands feel they try to remember when that time they got married to you, when you knew nothing, when you were just one small girl. So they feel you don't know much. That's why most men do that. That does not mean that he's being a bad husband. That does not mean that you want nothing or he does not respect you. No, it just means that people tend to show kindness to people outside and listen more to people outside than people in the home. Again, if you're one of those people that when they have problem with their spouse, they immediately call their mom, their dad to complain. He's done it again. She's done it again. She does this, she does that, she did this, she did that. What you're doing, is not helping your marriage. And let me tell you another thing. You're creating a problem between your wife and your family, because what's going to happen is that you're unknowingly sowing a seed of hatred, a seed of dislike. They tend to dislike your wife, not because of anything, but because they feel she's stressing you. So each time you call them to tell them what your wife did to you, you're continuing to plant this seed of hatred that is going to grow to a certain extent where they hate your wife so much. And it's not a good thing, because if they hate your wife, the relationship is not going to be smooth. Their relationship and that of your wife is not going to be smooth, and it's going to later involve you. It's going to affect you one way or the other. Another thing, calling your in-laws to complain that their daughter did this or their son did that. It's wrong. If you guys have problems, settle it. You've already paid her bride price. You've married her off from that family. So if you have a problem with this person that is your partner, your wife, sit down and take care of the problem and stop calling someone else. Let's stop calling friends. I'm progressing in that, because now, no matter how hot I am, I try not to call anyone. I try to do the dancing, I try to do the singing, and I just forget about it, and later we can talk about it. But some of us still do. If you have friends that are positive, why not? Go ahead. But if you have friends that are negative, my dear, please stop calling them to talk about your marriage, because they don't help you. They are going to crash your marriage and still stay in their marriage and be managing the hell they are going through in their own marriage. So that is how it is. One more thing I'm going to say though, if you're a woman and every day what you do, your point of duty is to go about giving people wrong advice, giving people's wife wrong advice, don't take this, don't take that, and you know in your home that you do take that. And as well, if you're a man and your point of duty is go tell a fellow man that don't take shit from your wife, do this, do that, bend her down, break her neck, break her leg, please stop doing that, because you know in your own home you take more than shit from your wife. Let's stop doing that. Let's help marriage grow. Let's work together to make sure that people stay in their home and be happy, have their crisis and come out of it and be happy once again. All these things happens in marriage. So thank you guys for going through this very, very long video. Thank you for always coming to support me. Please go down and write your comments. I welcome any comments. I don't mind the critic. Just let me know your suggestion. If you think this video is not what you expected, please write it below and we take corrections. If there's anything you think I can change in this video, please let me know, and I will so much appreciate it. Have a very wonderful day. Bye.